Hi gamers, how we doing today? We're playing a game that you probably haven't heard about. And if you've heard about it, you probably ignored it. It's called Sonic Jump Pro. And this is the story right now. It's pretty deep. It's better than most Sonic games. This is Eggman. He takes the pig. He's going to make pork. Sonic doesn't like it, although he does enjoy chili dog. I'm sure there's no pork in a chili dog, because that would be incredibly ironic. And now he's going to jump to the heavens, where Eggman doesn't belong, and save the day, save the animals, kill the fat guy, and that's the game. It's like the first Sonic, except you're jumping really high. So, this is Sonic Jump. It came out in like 2012, I think. Came out in 2012. So I made a Sonic the Sketchhog video. This came out like maybe a year after. And I lived by this game. I swore by this game. Now this isn't like a major release, but it's so good because you get a story with different levels. It's not a deep story. The levels aren't majorly complex, but each level has their own gimmick. There's different themes. As you can see, there's different missions. You can level up. You get rings that are money, and you can unlock new characters. You can get different items. So you could play how you want to play. There's an arcade mode where you get to play an endless amount and beat a high score. So back in the day, you had to pay money for this. I know everything's freemium nowadays with these mobile games, but like you paid some money and you got a full experience, and like a really full experience. And there's just so much variety to this game. Like, it really is so underrated, and no one's talking about it. They talk about Sonic Dash, which is good, and the Sonic Forces battle game, and like the newer Sonic mobile games. But this was like always the best one to me, or at least like top 3 easily. And like you could like they even have like the voice actors like little clips when they complete it. Sonic says a thing. Each character says a thing. Eggman says some things. So, like, you get some voice acting, too. You get rankings. You can get red rings, which I think unlock things. It's for completion as well. And I'm trying to get all 3 red rings. So, not only do you have missions and red rings, you also have rankings to beat your times. Like, there is so much to do in this game. There is more to do in this game than for me to do in my life. You know? There's just so much to this game, and it was a few bucks, and now you can get it for free. They made a sequel game called Sonic Jump Fever, and just like a fever, it didn't feel good. It was just like this, but endless. It was freemium, and it wasn't good. So I think they made this. I think they have this in app stores. And last time I checked, I don't think the newer sequel is in app stores. I think this is just the better one. So I already recorded gameplay on my phone, because you could still get this. Get it while you still can, kids. It's really good. And I don't think the other one's available. I'm already at level 3. 3's a good number. I was born August 3rd, and I'm the 3rd of triplets. Triplets are 3, in case you don't know. So 3's a lucky number for me, so I'll stick with that. And my goal for this gameplay is to get all red rings in every single episode. Not every single level. Now, do I do it? We're going to find out and see. So right now, we're jumping and destroying some crab meats, and looks like they destroyed us. But in other traditional Sonic games, if you lose some rings, all you have to do is get more rings. There's different missions, see? Like, there's so much to do. Like, I spent like maybe a few hours, more than a few hours in this game, playing it growing up. When this game came out, I was like either 13 or 14. So I was impressionable. I wasn't playing Call of Duty like my peers. I was playing this. I had the tism. I sure had it. And yeah, it's just so much fun. I can't speak highly enough. And recording this gameplay has been an absolute treat, because it just takes me back to like my younger years. Not that I'm very old, so I can like relive the joy of going through the story, going through the missions, getting those red rings, the satisfying sound of Sonic getting a ring. everything's great, and the music's funky. It's like I would shake a maraca to this if I had one. So each overall level has their own song, their own theme. By level, I don't mean like actor. Like I'm talking about different zones. There's like this. There's like a snowy area. There's a jungle area. There's something else. So yeah, I think there's four zones in this game. I'm pretty sure. There we go, and you got to hear Roger Craig Smith say a word, but like it's a big deal for these mobile games. They don't normally have voice acting in these games, so it's really cool. Yeah, I can't speak highly enough, and I figured what an interesting gameplay to show you. So when I do gameplays for this channel, I don't like to do traditional things. I like to do things that were or are important to me that like may have been like underlooked by the average person. I know I made a Sonic Generations gameplay a few years ago. That's maybe the only exception, because that's more popular. And this is the mini-boss. We're at the halfway mark already. But the mini-boss, or like the first boss in the zone, is literally the same thing in the next part. So I don't really know a difference between this and the boss that's 6 zones or 6 acts later. It's probably the same thing, but they're just trying to pad out the game, because what can you do with an endless jumping game? It's kind of like Doodle Jump, except better in every single way, and Sonic. You got some palm trees going on here. It's literally Green Hill Zone. I forgot what they called it in this, but like maybe they do call it Green Hill Zone, but it is Green Hill Zone. And it's fun. It's a good time. It's a good way to start. It's not too challenging. You get to understand the basics of the gameplay, and then you get to go through. There we go, and you hit him 3 times, because remember, 3 is that lucky number. 3 is that lucky number. So you have Sonic, you get Tails, and Knuckles. I think there's Amy, Silver, and Blaze, Rouge the Bat, Shadow. There's all kinds of characters, but I will just spoil it. Knuckles is the best character in the game. Knuckles is the best, like without a doubt. He has the best jump, he has the best control. So like when the levels get harder in this game, because they will, it's not going to always be like this. Oh wow, it's darker. We've been fighting for so long, it's nighttime. Or maybe there's a storm. And we're going to unlock this cage full of animals. It's probably full of animal feces in there. Don't go near that box, don't go near that cage. But Knuckles is the best character. Did he have the best levels in the Sonic Adventure games? Probably not. Is he the best racer in the Sonic racing games? No, he's not. Is he the best choice in all of the Sonic games? I don't think so. But is Knuckles the best in Sonic Jump Pro for the phone? 100%. So Knuckles used to be cool back in the 90s, and in the early 2000s he kind of became uncool and became a stereotype of himself and became very two-dimensional. And like, I remember playing this game after years and thinking, wow, Knuckles used to be cool, but he's not. And like, I felt Knuckles was cool again. Granted, this game was never cool. I don't think I've ever told anyone that I played this game. But he was cool to me. And like, what's most important is my perception. We're at Act 7. And we're going to Act 8. And remember, I think there's like 12 acts. There's different like boxes too. Like in Sonic 3, you can get different shields that have different effects. And this game has the same thing. They didn't have that in Sonic Superstars. They didn't have a lot of those things in Sonic Superstars. But they have it in Sonic Jump for the phone for a few bucks. That's interesting. So that power-up killed enemies automatically. And you got some rings out of it. Imagine killing your enemies and you get money. That's great. I think they do that in Pokemon. Yeah. And then like the enemies you see are like the enemies that you'd see in Green Hill Zone. There's platforms like the grassy platforms that are going to stay. And then there's like the brown platforms that crumble under your feet. Under your red clown shoes. Because Sonic has clown shoes. You can't tell me otherwise. He also has the clown gloves. Does he have hands underneath his clown gloves? We don't know. We don't know if Mickey Mouse does either. Maybe there's a comic that shows him without his gloves. But let me tell you, when you come out of the wombs, you're not born with gloves. I know I wasn't. I didn't even have clothes when I was a baby. They had to put it on me. They had to find baby clothes and put it on me. So he didn't have shoes. He didn't have gloves. Unless he did. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just rambling. So you get rings. You could use rings for your health, but you could use it for money. There's different little bank deposit areas. So before I was going to the bank myself and working and paying bills and paying rent and everything like that, Sonic Jump Pro taught me that I can take my money that I've earned or found or stolen from enemies or so have it, and I can put it in the bank. I can use that to get awesome, cool things. For me, the cool things would be a roof over my head and food and basic necessities to live. For Sonic, it's a jetpack to make your jump go higher, or like a little shield, or like a net in case you fall. So Sonic and I have different priorities with our money. And he has a normal shield that will help him, so if he gets hit, he doesn't have to lose any rings. Now Sonic has, what, 18 rings right now? I'm wearing 3. He should be called Ringo. If he was a beetle, he would be Ringo, that's for sure. There we go. And now we're jumping and we're jumping. I mean, we're just jumping. This is the game. If you want to go fast, be Knuckles. He's the fastest character, and hopefully later in the commentary, later in my gameplay as I go through these different parts, I'll get Knuckles, hopefully. And that will be fun. But it's fun to like play the levels over and over and beat the time, and it's so much fun. Like, please get this game. Last time I checked, it is free right now. So free is always good. You don't have to use your money, or in the Sonic world, you're not going to use your rings. I'm a level 5 now. High five. Itchy feet. Wow. Athlete's foot. That makes me feel good. And we got A. A for awesome. We're at Act 11. We're almost done. We're almost done with this part. Then we're gonna get to our next level after this. But like, it must be satisfying just to watch. Like, but let me tell you, to play, it's so good. The sunflowers are moving around. That doesn't normally happen in nature. I don't know if there's something special in the water in Green Hill Zone here, but they're moving. If you saw those totem poles, you could go on them. If you land on the totem pole, and it like moves and becomes a different color. And there's missions like touching a certain amount of totem poles. So they really thought of everything. And there's like a little other green hill in the background, some platforms that are floating. So there's floating islands here in the Sonic world, and it's crazy. It's crazy. We're up in the clouds. Usually when you go to heaven, you have to die. But Sonic could just jump there. And there's Eggman. This is the big boss, which I promise is probably the same thing as the mid-boss. I don't think there's any difference besides this is now like Act 12 as opposed to 6. We're going to keep jumping. He is invincible right now, so if he just stayed like that, as fast as Sonic is, eventually he'd probably tire out, and Eggman would just zap him like a mosquito or a fly by a bug zapper and electrocute Sonic, and that would be the end of his days. But of course, Eggman gets greedy and he wants to, the shield breaks and he wants to just charge up and get him. It takes too much energy, he stops, and then Sonic jumps on his little machine 3 times, and then Eggman is toast. You know, if Eggman just stuck to a few moves, I bet he wouldn't have problems like he had just now. If he just didn't go up, eventually he would tire. I know he's like superhuman or super hedgehog, but like, he can only move around so much. He must get tired. Maybe it'll take him like a few hours, but like, I'm sure he'll tire at a point. You know, the best thing that he did was in Sonic Labyrinth, one of those older games where they put like bricks in his shoes, and for some reason in the game Sonic didn't have any sense to take his shoes off, or like take the bricks out of his shoes, or whatever it was, and he just was very slow. And if you're slower, you're a lot easier to kill. I'm just being frank. I don't promote killing, but it'd be easier to kill if that's the case. He wouldn't be jumping up those platforms and game over. And the story continues. Literally the same thing happens. He presses his button. I don't know what that does. Maybe he exploded an island somewhere else. But he's taken the animals. Sonic was too slow. So much for being fast. We got all the red rings. And there's Mountain Zone. It's up in the snow. It's going to be very cold. And get ready, because we have a polar vortex by me. It's cold here. And it's just going to be deja vu playing this game. So we'll see you next part. Peace, love, and sayonara.